Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be cooking another recipe together. So today we're gonna be making Cajun grilled potatoes. So I'm gonna run you through the ingredients like always, and then I'm gonna show you how to make the dressing we're gonna use for the grilled potatoes, and just show you how everything looks at the end. So we'll start with the things you will need and the ingredients. So the first thing you will need is indoor grill, or if you don't have one, you can use an outdoor grill, as well as you can just slice the potatoes the same way I'm going to show you, and then you can just bake them. So you just need to try not to fry them. You just want to bake them in some of the olive oil if you don't have a grill, but the better way is the grill. Of course, on the grill is the healthier option because we don't need to put so much butter when we're grilling. And a lot of this butter, especially on this grill, will just drip down into this tray. I have this awesome grill by Tefal, so it has some of these options where you can set up options for like fish, chicken, meat, or let's say vegetables doesn't really have an option because all of the vegetables cook for a different time at different temperature. So they do have a manual option where you can set up the color you want on the display. So like red being the hottest, because I know potatoes always cook the longest. And some other vegetables you can put different color settings so they cook at a lower temperature. And then you just watch for the time. Okay, so to start, we're gonna need let me just show you all the ingredients. So we're going to need some of the potatoes. So I just use regular Yukon Gold potatoes, some green onion, some dill or parsley, or anything else you may like. We're going to need some fresh garlic cloves. I just peeled them. Of course, all the ingredients are already pre-washed. You're going to need, I prefer to use in this recipe specifically, I prefer to use olive oil instead of avocado oil, but you can use any oil. Of course, one of my favorite spices is granulated dry garlic, which is awesome with the potatoes. Some salt, I use Himalayan pink salt. You can use regular salt if you want. And the last spice, because these are Cajun grilled potatoes, we're going to use, of course, the Cajun spice. So that's all the ingredients you need. So now let me show you how we're going to make this. Let's start with the potatoes. So all you want to do is you want to slice them. Not too thin that they fall apart, but also not so thick that they take like 40 minutes to cook. So what we're going to do is just make rounds. So now these first rounds you want to throw away because they're not going to lie on the grill properly. And now in terms of peeling potatoes, because my potatoes are pretty clean and like they're nice potatoes, I'm not even going to remove the peel. So you want to slice about this thick is what you want for all your potato slices, okay? So we're going to slice both of the potatoes now. And in terms of the ingredients, this is for about 2 people. You could use 3 potatoes. You're just gonna have to cook them in batches like if you have similar grill, just because of the sizing of the grill really doesn't fit more than 1.5 to 2 potatoes. So if you have oil in a spray, which I don't have right now, you can just spray the grills on this. So you can just spray these plates, but I don't have that. But since not everybody has a grill, and if you're gonna go ahead and bake it, I'll show you what you would do. So we're just gonna put all the potatoes in a bowl. We're going to go ahead and just sprinkle some salt. You don't want to do too much salt, only because the Cajun spice also has salt. So just some. And then just a little bit of oil, only because we're going to be adding some more oil at the end. So just a little bit. And now you're just going to go ahead and we're just going to mix this. And we're doing this just so it doesn't stick to the grill. So it's easier to remove after and the potatoes stay nice and they don't break. Okay, so just want to kind of spread the oil on the potatoes. Okay, so I already preheated the grill because it does take some time to preheat and then it beeps. So it already did that, so I don't have to waste time filming. So now all you're going to do is open up the grill and we're going to place the potato slices. Just be careful, of course, if you're using a grill, it's hot. So to make sure that it fits on this grill today, I just used 2 potatoes. So just close it and let it cook. I always let it be at least 5 minutes. and then I double check in 5 minutes with the fork to see if they're tender enough for me. I like pretty soft potatoes, but not too mushy, not like mashed potatoes. So we're gonna check in about 5 minutes, but for now we can work on the actual dressing that we're gonna use on the potatoes once they're cooked. Okay, so for the dressing, let's cut up some of these vegetables. So the dill, let's start with the dill. The dill just needs to be finely chopped. Or if you're using parsley, the same idea. So you want to chop it and just place it into the bowl. Make sure this bowl is big enough to put all the potatoes after they're cooked. Now, because my green onions are pretty thick, like the diameter is pretty big, I'm just gonna slice it diagonally in the middle like this, just so it's a little bit smaller. Now, when I cut my green onions, I like to cut off green parts like this and place it on top. And then you just want to cut it the way you like. If you don't like onions much, you can go a little bit thinner. I like my green onions, so I do like a medium cut. I think that's about enough. So we're gonna go ahead and place the green onion into the same bowl. And I would suggest you stick with the green onions. They're better in this recipe than like a regular onion or purple onion. The green onions are better. If you don't want that much taste of a green onion, just don't use the white parts, just use the green parts, so that will have a little bit of a less of a taste of the onion. Okay, so now just the garlic press. So I have 2 cloves of garlic right here. You just want to mince your garlic. I think it's better to use the garlic press instead of cutting it into small pieces, just because it wraps up the potatoes better. So for this, usually I would cook 3 potatoes, like I said. So for the 3 potatoes, you would use about 2 cloves of garlic, or 3, depending how much you like the garlic. But remember, it's also spicy because of the Cajun spice and the green onion. Okay, so now in here, we also want to add this dry garlic. We're going to take a bunch of Cajun spice. Now this, I really eyeball this because it really depends how spicy you like things, because it does get a little bit spicy, so we like spices, so I use a little more spice. And the last thing you want to do is you just want to do the oil. So for now, I just eyeball it again. So what we made in this bowl here, the mix of the green onion, garlic, and dill, and the spices and olive oil. Now this really would be enough for 3 to even 4 potatoes. I just didn't want to cook more potatoes, just like I said, because my grill doesn't fit that many. Okay, everybody, the minute passed. I think the potatoes are ready now, so I'm just gonna turn off my grill. And we're just gonna use the fork to just place them into this bowl where we made the oil with the herbs. Okay. Okay. So all you want to do now is you just want to mix this potatoes with the oil and the herbs. Okay, so you want it to end up looking like this. Okay. So now, because like they always say, presentation always counts, things always look nicer and they even taste better if they're presented well. So I'm just gonna use some green curly lettuce just to place the potatoes on top. That's just for presentation purpose, but actually you can also eat this lettuce with the potatoes because the lettuce also tastes really great with the same oil and herbs. So let me just place it. Okay, and then you just maybe want to put some more of this mixture on every potato. Okay, so there we go, everybody. Cajun potatoes. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. They really taste great. You can try them out. In case you really don't like the Cajun spice, you can try some other spices for like potatoes or for vegetables. But I hope you enjoyed this dish. If you try it out, make a photo, leave it in my comment section on my Facebook group. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in my next recipe. Thank you. Bye.